Welcome once again to your favorite channel, guys. Today we are breaking down one of the most talked about matches in African football right now. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Fluminense of Brazil in the Club World Cup. This was a massive game, guys, and there is so much to unpack. From the technical decision, missed chances, player performances, and what is going on and what does it mean for Sundowns going forward. Let us get onto it, guys. Mamelodi Sundowns finished their Club World Cup campaign with 4 points from 3 games. And they won 1 game, draw 1 game, and then lose 1 game. It is more points than any African team has ever collected in the history of this tournament. But despite that, they didn't make it out of the group stages, which left a lot of fans frustrated, especially considering the level of football they displayed. In the final match of the group stage against Fluminense, Sundowns played some of their best football, controlling position, pressing high, and dominating large portion of the match. But unfortunately, it ended up 0-0 draw. And on the paper, a draw against a Brazilian giant like Fluminense might look good on the results, but this is the case. A win was needed and they didn't deliver. Let us talk about the left-hand side of Mamelodi Sundowns attack, particularly Matthews and Sales. They usually play on that side. There were moments in this match when Matthews had clear chances, and yet the final product was missing. The decision making in the final third was poor, and honestly, those missed chances could have been the difference going through or going home. It brings up even a big question: how long Sundowns keep relying on Matthews and Sales in that role? With players like Lorch and Maseko gone, there is noticeable gap in clinical finishing and creativity out wide. It is not just about missing shot, it is about not having a player who step up in crucial moments. And in big games like this one, that is exactly what Mamelodi Sundowns needed. A lot of fans are asking, why did Sundowns let players like Lorch and Maseko gone, especially when they are seeing also Lorch performing at this kind of level with the impressive performances also against the Manchester City and Juventus of Italy. I mean, players like Lorch and Maseko know how to finish, and they know how to read big moments. They might not always be flashy, but they deliver. Replacing that experience with players who are still growing create a gap in inconsistency. And it really showed on this game. Now let us move to what many consider the turning point of the match, the substitution of Ribeiro. Up until that moment, he was one of Sundowns' most dangerous players on the field. He was aggressive, confident, and constantly threatening the Fluminense backline. But in the 76 minutes, he was taken off, and immediately the tempo dropped and the creativity disappeared. The threat vanished. Was that the right call from the coach? Honestly, many fans believe that the substitution killed Mamelodi Sundowns' momentum. And looking at that way, the game changed after Ribeiro left the pitch. It is hard to argue with them. These kinds of decisions matter, especially at the elite level. Another problem that showed up again how Sundowns dealt with pressure. Against big teams like Dortmund and Fluminense, Sundowns start well. They dominate position, they look up, but once the opposition raises the pressure, it becomes clear that Sundowns don't have a solid plan B. When the press kick in, the game gets physical. Sundowns tend to panic, lose shape, or make poor decisions in the final third. And it is something we have seen before in tight, high-pressure matches, especially outside South Africa. Sundowns struggle to maintain their identity. That is something the coaching staff has to fix fast if they want to challenge the best in the world stage. Now let us not ignore the heat and the match condition. Looking at the tournament as a whole, there are a lot of positives. A draw against Fluminense, a hard-fought win against Ulsan HD, 4 goals scored, 4 goals conceded. Sundowns proved that they can go toe-to-toe with some of the world's top teams, but they also showed what is still like that killer instinct in the big moments. Here is what they need to know on moving forward. First, they need a clinical finisher, someone who doesn't need 3 chances to score 1. A left winger who can be trusted in high pressure moments. Second, better substitution. The coaching staff must learn to read the game better. I think Sundowns fans, they are better on reading, substitution more than even the coach right now. Like, it was not good for the coach taking off your most dangerous player at the wrong time can change the entire flow of the match, and it is not good in any way. Thirdly, it can be mental strength under pressure. Players need to be calmer when things ain't going their way. Big matches required big personalities, and that means staying composed even when stakes are high. And lastly, this is the important point. The coach needs to stop overthinking. If a player is working like Lucas Ribeiro, keep him on. Don't fix what is not broken. And before we wrap up, here is something to consider. Sundowns have built one of the best squad in the continent. But unless they start making better technical decisions and trusting right players at the right time, they will keep falling short on the global stage. And over to you, football fans. Should Matthews and Sales keep starting on the left? Was taking Ribeiro out the biggest mistake of the match? And how do Sundowns bounce back from this and prepare for the next season? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share for more football breakdowns like this. Until next time, guys, stay passionate and always be crazy about football.